Item: SCP-317. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures: SCP-317-1 is to be preserved in a vat of liquid nitrogen. Requests for tissue samples from SCP-317-1 must be made in writing. All research into tissue samples from SCP-317-1 must be in compliance with Class 5 biohazard protocols. Examination of SCP-317-2 must be done in Class 3 cleanroom facilities. Requests for examination of 317-2 must be made in writing. SCP-317-3 has been disassembled. The parts are stored in separate locations. Requests for examination of 317-3 must be made in writing to 2 separate O5 level personnel. No 2 components of SCP-317-3 may be brought within 100 km of each other. Description: SCP-317-1 is the cadaver of a sapient reptilian entity tentatively identified as a previously unknown species of Pachycephalosaurid. Subject was bipedal, female, and 3 meters tall, and wore clothing made from synthetic polymers. Subject also wore corrective lenses. Subject was largely herbivorous and had prehensile digits. Subject's metabolism was adapted to a higher atmospheric oxygen content, and therefore subject wore a respirator device when not in its quarters. Biochemical analysis post-mortem: rhodopsins, mitochondria, homeobox genes, cytochrome P450. Confirms that SCP-317-1 shared common ancestry with current Earth life. Autopsy records are available in Archive 317-B685. In the 40 days between its arrival in Foundation custody and its death from a lactobacillus infection, SCP-317-1 learned to communicate via a combination of sign language, crude vocalizations, and drawings. Video Archive 317-B. 36 shows interview sessions with SCP-317-1. Drawings made by SCP-317-1 are available in Archive 317-B42. General Access. Basic anatomical figures. Interactions between itself and Foundation personnel. Demonstration of knowledge of mathematics. Demonstration of knowledge of chemistry. Demonstration of knowledge of nuclear physics. And Archive 317-B58. Restricted access. Circuit diagrams. Mechanical schematics. Data expunged. SCP-317-2 is the personal effects of SCP-317-1. A tunic. A robe. A tool belt. 6 tools. Corrective lenses. An oxygen mask. 3 empty oxygen tanks, a fire-damaged document pouch made from synthetic polymers and its fire-damaged contents, and a fire-damaged digital camera whose contents were unrecoverable. SCP-317-3 is the fire-damaged remains of what is believed to have been a time machine, which SCP-317-1 was attempting to repair at the time it was taken into custody by the Foundation. Preliminary testing of the intact components revealed data expunged, at which point all testing was halted and SCP-317-3 was disassembled.